everybody, and welcome to another episode of Recipe Roulette, a cooking show where we
choose a recipe book, open to a page at random, and make what it says.
Wait, I thought it was we have enough whiskey to make a pourable sauce.
Well, that's only when we're using whiskey.
Ah, true.
Tonight there's no whiskey in this meal.
I just wanted to point out the shirt. This is actually available online. The link in the comment in the description down below. You can actually get some Board Barista merch.
It is very exciting.
Shameless shelf promotion plug done. Back to what are we cooking tonight?
Okay, so tonight we're using a homemade cookbook that we found at a little free library. Someone took the time to cut stuff out and paste it on paper and put it into little plastic sleeves, and sadly it was just left behind at a little free library, but good for us because we love it. And from this recipe book we've landed on shrimp and peanut butter pasta, which we decided to use rice noodles instead of pasta.
Yes, this is kind of like halfway between a pad thai and halfway between like kung pao shrimp. So this is gonna be really good.
I think so. Okay, let's look at those ingredients.
Let's look at those ingredients.
So to make the sauce, we got 3 tablespoons of peanut butter, a 1/4 cup of water. We're supposed to have a clove of garlic. We can get to that, but you all know what garlic looks like, so. About a tablespoon of a crushed red pepper, which is from right here. 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar. Do we use red wine vinegar?
Red wine.
Okay. Oh, that's not 2 tablespoons.
That is.
Okay. 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. A tablespoon of honey. Tablespoon soy sauce. Actually, we're using Bragg's amino acids. 2 tablespoons grated ginger. And about 4 tablespoons of fresh cilantro. Doubled that because we really like cilantro.
It tastes so clean.
And 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. And then we've got our rice noodles. About a cup of chopped up broccoli. And the rest of the veggies we kind of went out on our own based on what we have. So about half a cup of mushrooms and half a diced onion, which wasn't even in the recipe, and we were thinking, why would you make something that's stir-fry like with no mushrooms, or like most savory dishes in general, I mean onion, with no onions in it.
I know, it's like, where's the onion?
Right? And the star of the meal, got half a pound of shrimp in here. And top it all off, I'm gonna sprinkle on some Cajun seasoning.
Alright, let's start whipping this up.
So to boil the rice noodles, whenever we make rice, pasta, anything like that, we use our homemade soup stock. We'll put a link to in the recipe if you missed that episode. So I'm going to use actually pretty much all of this because I'm cooking the whole box of rice noodles.
That's a ½ gallon.
Yeah, so if you're using soup stock, use the amount that you would use for water. Cook on according to the box. Use the soup stock, give it a little more nutrition, a little flavor boost. And because it's our own, it's never gonna quite taste the same way twice. So yeah, for these noodles, actually I'm gonna boil it first and then put the noodles in.
All right, so for the sauce, it's amazing how I keep finding ways to do this. Grab your blender, drop in your tomatoes, drop it, scrape in your peanut butter. There might be more than 3 tablespoons here. I just grabbed a spoon and started scooping. I counted to 3. Get my honey out of my glass. I like to add my vinegar into it. Grab a chopstick. Give it a little stir because that way my vinegar breaks down my honey a little bit. And this will pour out a lot easier. And I kind of measured the honey the same way I measured the peanut butter. So there might be a little extra honey. Chopstick. Waste not, want not. Brags, water, lemon juice, spices. You said 1 clove of garlic, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Add a little extra if you want to.
All right. Two cloves of garlic. Real easy.
Monk overboard.
Mascot falling.
In case you guys haven't noticed, it's a close-up of Monk on his side-ish. I think he's adorable.
You know, he originally started off as just being, he was going to end up being like a dragon skeleton mini for a D&D game. But just a simple trip to the dollar store during Halloween. Bought a mouse skeleton and a crow skeleton and just basically chopped them up and glued them together. He's got the lit and repositioned the legs, and bam, we got a homunculus, as we call him, Monk. And I wish I would have done this beforehand so you wouldn't have all this footage.
At least they get the backstory of Monk.
Get the backstory of Monk.
But yes, we should have prepped the garlic earlier.
Alright. Garlic's in there. Everything else is in there. Spoon. needs to come out. Once I clean off all that delicious goody stuff that's stuck to it. Namely, a big portion of my ginger and a piece of hot pepper. Alright, lid on. Blender top going on. And we're just going to mix this till it's pureed. And I'm going to save your eardrums. So.
Oh, my veggie broth has come to a boil. I'm going to take my lid off, turn the heat off, add my veggie noodles. Oh, sorry, my rice noodles.
Oh, they're going to be veggie noodles. Oh, veggie infused noodles.
True. And then I'm going to take a spoon, kind of dunk them down in, get them, you know, all the way veggie infused, and stir them up a bit, make sure they don't stick to each other, and then I'm going to remove this from the heat, put my lid back on. And these are going to sit for 8 minutes, and then we'll strain them.
Alright, so we got our cast iron frying pan. We're going to get this nice and hot with some avocado oil. Now, if you got a wok, I would totally say this would be a time for a wok. Alright, put a little more avocado oil on that pan. Alright, broccoli is our hard, most fibrous one of these veggies. Put those in first. Use the broccoli to get our oil all the way around. Next up, toss in the mushrooms and the onions. Get all those onions in. We're looking to get the onions start to sweat. So we gotta sweat those onions, move those onions. I swear it's gonna be the next t-shirt. It's gonna be the Onion Simmons sweating t-shirt. So don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Find out when I finally get around to making that. Alright, those onions starting to get a little translucent. Haven't gone all the way clear yet. They're going to be my... Alright, so these are shelled and veined shrimp. Don't need to clean, because cleaning shrimp, I know, it's a yucky, weird, gross process, and it makes me not actually want to eat the shrimp. So I get mine all cleaned up and ready to cook. Get this with some Creole seasoning. And at this point, your shrimp are going to be your cooking thermometer. Just looking for them to turn. Instead of being clear, you want them to be nice and opaque. And beautifully pink. Kind of like those two are, but all the way through. burn forever. This meal is going to be so amazing. Alright, I'm going to get these cooked up and then we'll be back for the next step. Alright, so I got my rice noodles. Well, our rice noodles are fully hydrated after soaking in the hot soup stock for 8 minutes. So put those back into the bowl, well, pot, adding in our peanut sauce. Then I had moved this over to the back burner, but now those shrimp are perfectly cooked. Veggies are all nice and sauteed, and they're going right on top. Now we just, you know what? Tongs are gonna make this so much easier. Grab your tongs, just start tossing your noodles. Make sure everything gets nice and evenly coated. All right, let's get this in onto some plates. Let's have our first bite. All right, let's dig in for the first bite. Oh, these like really show up good on the camera.
They're very good.
Laura got me some lightsaber chopsticks for Christmas.
Seriously, how could I not?
So of course, you know, Asian food, perfect for chopsticks.
Oh, if you like shrimp, if you like
Garlic.
cilantro, pad thai, seriously give this a try. If you don't like shrimp, you could leave it out. You could substitute chicken if you're a fan, I guess. They don't want to see us just sitting here chowing down.
You're talking. I can eat while you talk.
But seriously, give this a try. It's amazing. And yeah. Okay, so we both want to just dig in now. So we need to choose next week's meal for next week's video. So we're going to use Cafe Sassoon. This is the recipe book that brought us baked apple pancakes. Which were also amazing. If you missed it, go back and look at it. Okay. So we got Men Love It rice or dirty rice.
Dirty rice.
Dirty rice. We'll have to see what their dirty rice calls for. I've got my own dirty rice recipe. So, yeah, let's give it a try.
All right, so join us next time on Recipe Roulette for dirty rice.
Okay, good night, everybody.
Peace.